Hey there, Bruins fans! Welcome back to BNG Hockey, where it's always black and gold. Now, just yesterday I did a video talking about some of the latest Bruins trade rumors. I talked about who they might be interested in and what they need to give up to acquire that player. But I didn't talk about a player that they might not have to give up anything for. It's forward Ilya Kovalchuk of the LA Kings. Now, it's been kind of a weird situation between the Kings and Kovalchuk this season. He was signed to a 3-year deal. Last year was the first year of that deal. In my opinion, it was way too much money and way too much term, so I'm not surprised to see it not work out. He was told on November 9th of this season, "You're never going to play for the Kings again." But he's still been traveling with the team, working out with the team, skating with the team, so even though he hasn't played NHL hockey for over a month now, I don't think it should affect him too much. But the Kings are in a weird situation. They can't move this contract, so a trade is highly unlikely, and it looks like they're going to have to go down the route of termination of the contract. Basically what that means is the Kings are done with Kovalchuk, Kovalchuk is done with the Kings. You can forget all about next year of that contract. Today he is going to be paid the last part of his signing bonus, which means for the rest of the year he's only owed $700,000. Now that makes him a lot more valuable to teams. Suddenly they don't have to pay his full cap amount, and then the Kings can just let him go. If they terminate that contract, he does become an unrestricted free agent, and any team can sign him for whatever they want. But it's most likely going to be for that league minimum, similar to like a Patrick Marleau deal with the Sharks this season. I don't see any team giving Kovalchuk more than $1 million because he's basically going to just walk to the KHL if he can't find a job here. So there's really no pressure on a team to overpay for Kovalchuk, and it would only be for this season because he's clearly shown that he's getting up there in age and he just can't play the same as he used to. Now, that being said, he did have 16 goals, 34 points in 64 games last season, and in the 17 games he played this year, he has 3 goals and 9 points. So that's not terrible, and the argument here, this is where we bring him coming to Boston into the picture. He's probably better than Nordstrom, probably better than Ritchie, probably better than Backus, probably better than Lindholm. So the argument here is if you can get Kovalchuk for under $1 million, or even at that league minimum of $700,000, why wouldn't you bring him in? I'm hesitant because I said he is getting a lot older, he's a lot slower, he has a lot less skill, he can still shoot the puck. The guy's going to score at least 10 goals for you, no question, because he just has that elite level shot, and that's never going to go away. I just worry because sometimes he's a defensive liability, and I don't want him being out there and goals being scored against us simply because he can't keep up with the other NHL players. It's so fast now in this league. But that being said, if he did join the team, it gives you some options here. You can put him with Coyle, or you can put him with Krejci and finally give Krejci that upper-level winger. I still think you should trade for a top-6 winger, even if you get Kovalchuk. Then that gives you more depth, but I just don't think Kovalchuk is the solution to round out your top 6. I think he's a better depth piece than Brett Ritchie. I will give that to you, and especially if you can get him for under $1 million, you should probably go for that, but I'd just be a little hesitant on him being your overall solution. I would definitely still be looking to make a trade to get a higher level player. Bruins had a lot of interest in Kovalchuk a couple years ago, and clearly Kovalchuk had interest in them if they were in the trade rumors. But I want to know your thoughts. Would you bring Kovalchuk here? How much would you pay him? Do you want to see him in your top 9, maybe even second power play? Leave that down below in the comments. If you haven't checked out my trade rumors video, make sure you take a look at that. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big like, and if you haven't already, subscribe.